Today's lineup goes from 7 to 1, building toward a winner that balances cafe-quality shots with everyday convenience, a forgiving learning curve, and the features that matter once the honeymoon period is over, like reliable steam, stable temperatures, simple cleaning, and enough control to improve with practice. Stick around. Number 7. Neretva PE3670U. The Neretva PE3670U arrives with attention-grabbing specs, 20-bar pump, visible temperature display, compact stainless build, and a 44-ounce detachable tank, so the first impression is undeniably strong for the price bracket. In testing, the machine heats quickly and produces crema-rich shots using pressurized baskets that are quite forgiving with supermarket espresso grinds, which is ideal for absolute beginners who want a simpler path to a balanced extraction without dialing in an expensive grinder on day one. The steam wand is surprisingly capable for quick cappuccinos, and the footprint fits tight countertops, which makes this an appealing entry machine for a small apartment or office nook where aesthetics and space matter. Living with it, the workflow is straightforward. Fill, lock, brew, steam. The display helps with confidence, and pre-infusion behavior, as covered in hands-on reviews, mitigates channeling enough to keep shots reasonably consistent, especially when tamp pressure isn't perfect yet. Taste-wise, shots skew chocolatey and medium-bodied when paired with a medium roast, and milk drinks come together with a glossy texture that flatters lattes, though stretching time tends to run longer than mid-tier prosumer machines. The catch is stability and longevity expectations. At this tier, temperature regulation and component tolerances can vary, and steaming power hits a ceiling with larger milk portions, so a back-to-back latte round for guests can expose the limits of its single boiler recovery. For occasional espresso lovers starting out, it's a value-forward foot in the door. For those itching to refine technique or pull denser, syrupy ristrettos, an upgrade will beckon quicker than expected. Number 6. CASABREWS CM418. The CASABREWS CM5418 looks the part with a slim stainless design, a claimed 20-bar pump, and a straightforward interface that makes first shots feel achievable rather than intimidating. In practice, it's easy to set up and produces crowd-pleasing shots with pressurized baskets, leaning into chocolate and caramel notes with most blends, and offering a reliable base for cappuccinos and flat whites. The steam wand earns praise for creating workable microfoam once the technique is dialed, and the compact chassis means it disappears neatly under upper cabinets without hogging prep space. Where the CM5418 stumbles is the same place many budget semi-autos do. The included baskets are pressurized only, and aftermarket paths are limited, so progressing into true single-wall dialing is harder than on more mainstream ecosystems. Build feel is decent, but not bulletproof, sufficient for a daily home routine, yet light enough that portafilter locking can nudge the unit if the counter isn't grippy, and recovery times between steaming and pulling a subsequent shot require patience. For straight espresso, the temperature profile trends hot enough to flatter medium to dark roasts, but can edge bitterness on very light Nordic-style beans unless shots are shortened or grind is adjusted, which is a typical trade-off at this level. Overall, it's an approachable beginner machine that punches above its price in flavor and foam, but hobbyists will find the ceiling relatively low once technique outgrows pressurized training wheels. 5. Nespresso EN120W. Vertuo Next, DeLonghi. The Vertuo Next in the NV120W configuration is the king of convenience in this lineup, and it fully owns that identity. Rapid 30-second heat-up, barcode-based capsule recognition, and centrifusion spinning for a layered crema and an always consistent cup size, ranging from tiny espresso to a carafe. For households that mix espresso drinkers and big cup coffee lovers, the flexibility is unmatched. One button, minimal cleanup, and a footprint that practically vanishes on a busy countertop. The flavor profile emphasizes clarity and texture rather than the dense, syrupy structure of traditional 9-bar extractions, but the range of capsule styles helps tailor intensity and roast to taste without a grinder or dialing routine. In everyday use, the Vertuo Next shines for speed and predictability. There's no puck prep, no steam management, and no real learning curve, so the first coffee of the day barrier drops to almost zero. As a platform, it's a closed system. Only Vertuo capsules work, which means cost per cup is higher and sustainability choices depend on capsule recycling programs, but the trade-off is set-and-forget reliability and a lack of mess. The smaller 1.1-liter tank suits 1 or 2 people fine, and the machine's auto shut-off and descale alerts keep maintenance simple and infrequent. If crema on command and multiple cup formats are the priority, this is the easiest daily driver here. Even if purists will point out it's not pulling a classic 25-30 second 9-bar espresso shot. For DeLonghi EC260BK Stilosa. DeLonghi's EC260BK sits in that rare sweet spot for genuine entry-level espresso. A dependable 15-bar pump, a durable stainless boiler, and a manual steam wand that teaches real skills without overwhelming the process. Out of the box, the pressurized baskets help newcomers get crema and balance with off-the-shelf grinds, and the machine's simple front controls make shot length and steaming feel intuitive. Taste-wise, shots come off aromatic and pleasantly bold, with the thermoblock heating keeping brew temps within a friendly range for medium roasts favored by home drinkers. Milk drinks are very achievable. The wand's Panarello-style assist makes frothing accessible, and though it lacks the brute steam of pricier models, it textures cappuccino foam well and can approach latte microfoam with a bit of practice. The chassis is compact and easy to clean. The water tank and drip tray remove without fuss, and auto shutoff avoids energy waste when the morning rush is over. As technique evolves, some will crave more control over temperature and a true single-wall workflow, but for a first serious step into home espresso, the Stilosa absolutely justifies its reputation as a reliable starter that builds core barista habits. Number 3. CUSIMAX CMEM5510BN. CUSIMAX's CMM5510BN differentiates itself with an integrated grinder in a compact frame, targeting that one-box, countertop-friendly promise that simplifies the leap into fresh ground espresso at home. The unit packs a 20-bar pump spec with a 60-ounce class removable reservoir and a workflow that moves smoothly from grinding to brewing to steaming without pulling out separate gear, which is a legitimate lifestyle upgrade over pre-ground coffee. In tastings, moving to on-demand grinding immediately bumps sweetness and aroma, and the machine's shot consistency holds up across medium and medium-dark roasts, where balance and body land in a very drinkable zone. The integrated path also helps with counter organization. Fewer cords, fewer accessories, and predictable cleanup after milk drinks, making it more likely to brew daily versus just on weekends. While grinder adjustability isn't on par with a dedicated mid-tier burr grinder, the step range is sufficient to dial a sweet spot for most blends without channeling nightmares, particularly if distribution and tamp are kept consistent. Build quality is light but reasonable for the class, and the overall package feels tailored to busy households that want fresh beans without the sprawl of separate machines. For the price, the blend of convenience and cup quality makes this a very pragmatic pick for espresso every morning routines. 2. Breville BES870XL Barista Express. The Barista Express remains the benchmark for hands-on learning thanks to a powerful 1600-watt heating system, PID temperature control, a 54mm portafilter, and an integrated conical burr grinder with 16 steps, everything needed to progress from good to genuinely excellent shots over time. In the cup, the machine delivers authentic 9-bar extractions with low-pressure pre-infusion, producing syrupy body and nuanced flavor clarity when grind size, dose, and yield are tuned to a roast, exactly the feedback loop enthusiasts want to master. The 64-ounce reservoir, hot water function, and competent steam wand support multiple drinks back-to-back, with latte microfoam that's textured enough for art once stretch and roll are dialed in. Daily use is dialed and repeatable, a 30-second warm-up, volumetric shot control, and a responsive grind amount knob make it easy to lock in a favorite recipe and stick to it. while still leaving headroom to experiment with lighter roasts and longer ratios. Build is robust with stainless steel housing, and the accessory kit, tamper, trimming tool, milk jug, cleaning supplies, gives a complete starting station that grows with technique rather than bottlenecking it. The learning curve exists, but it's empowering rather than frustrating. Pulls improve rapidly as puck prep tightens up, and the machine's stability rewards consistency with cafe-grade shots. For anyone serious about craft, but unwilling to juggle separate machines and grinders, this remains the sweet spot recommendation. Number 1. Philips EP3241/54, Series 3200 LatteGo. For most homes, the Philips EP3241/54 takes the crown because it nails what matters day to day. Fresh bean coffee at a button press, 5 one-touch beverages, including cappuccino and latte macchiato, a LatteGo milk system that truly is the fastest to clean, and genuinely good flavor clarity from durable ceramic grinders with 12 steps of adjustment. The results are consistent and satisfying: espresso, Americano, and milk drinks that taste fresh and balanced without the variables that trip up rushed mornings, all while keeping cleanup down to a 15-second rinse on the 2-part, tube-free LatteGo carafe. My coffee choice lets aroma strength and volume be tailored, while 3 temperature settings help tune extraction for roast level, small tweaks that pay off in a way capsule systems can't match. Ownership is where it really wins. The removable brew group washes quickly under the tap. AquaClean stretches time between descaling to as many as 5,000 cups, and front access for water and grounds makes it apartment-proof and cabinet-friendly. The 1.8-liter tank and 275-gram hopper comfortably handle multiple drinks without constant refills, and the ceramic burrs are engineered for long service life while protecting delicate aromas from heat. Milk quality impresses for an automatic, silky foam with enough gloss to elevate cappuccinos and lattes, no tube cleaning nightmare afterward, and no guesswork for guests who just want to tap a button and sip. While hands-on hobbyists may crave a manual wand and a 58mm portafilter, for households prioritizing speed, cleanliness, and reliable cafe-style drinks from fresh beans, this is the most complete, everyday better coffee solution in the lineup. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.